Detroit Lions season ticket holders got a rude awakening the other day when their season tickets unexpectedly went up. And why I say unexpectedly is because, from what I understand, there was no memo, there was no email about the price hike. It just happened. And not coincidentally, it happened after the win against the Denver Broncos, right? They didn't do it when we were going on that rough patch, and they certainly didn't do it after that loss to Chicago. So my question to you is, did the Detroit Lions get it right? Now, this is a business. We understand that. Just like me making YouTube videos is a business and a passion, this is a business. And whether or not you buy tickets or I buy tickets, the Detroit Lions will still be moving on, right? And after you and I are long and gone, this team will still be around. So whether or not you sign up or I sign up, they're going to keep it moving. But the question that I have for you, Lions fans, season ticket holders, is do you think that the Detroit Lions got it right? Now, I've never been a season ticket holder. I've really never wanted to be until recently, because to me, the product that the Lions put on the field up until recently was inferior, right? And I refused to pay for certain things when I would give them all my money, all my time, all my energy for inferior product. It's like me going, if the age-old adage, you get what you pay for, right? And I refuse to give them. My money is hard-earned, and I refused back in the day to give it to them if I wasn't getting something in return, right? And what I want is a winning team. Now we fast forward to this year. I went to Kansas City, spent money I didn't have, right? I'm going to Minnesota, all right? I'm in a little better financial situation, but that's how important this thing is to me. But I know that I couldn't afford season tickets, right? And I didn't really know the ins and outs of how this worked, about how many games you could sell and things like that. But the question that I have for season ticket holders is, did the Detroit Lions get it right? And what are you going to do in the future? Now, I heard this today from 97.1 The Ticket, and I am not a fan of Mike Valenti. And somebody in the comment section told me that I'm the Detroit version of Rico Beard. You must be crazy, right? Not even the same thing. That dude is a 49ers fan. He got no business talking about my team in my space, all right? So check yourself, all right? But I want you guys to hear this. This is a caller that called into 97.1 A Ticket about season tickets, and I want you to hear this and tell me, and then we'll talk about it after.
There you go. You asked for it, Mike. Here's Mike. You're on 97.1.
Happy holidays, gentlemen. How you doing?
Hey.
Michael, super. What's on your mind, bud?
Agree with everything you're saying. 3 points.
Yeah.
Life longer, and I'm saying that for a reason. Business-wise, we got to the front row by being lifers, 90 years.
Okay.
We get to the front row, 300%. 300. So I went from 1,000 to, 4,000 for 4 seats.
Yeah.
To 11,000 some change.
Yeah. Mike, so, okay, let me ask you what you're going to do. It doesn't matter what I would do. What are you going to do?
I'm in, but here's another very important thing I don't think you guys are aware of.
Okay.
You go to sell them. Now, I've talked to my rep. I'm pissed. So I talked to the rep. I asked him, so on resale, what are the rules? They can hook your tickets once you get to 4. You sell 4 games, and it happened. That's why I asked. I know of someone that sold 4 on the NFL swap. They hooked their tickets. Are we no longer in America?
So and by hook, you mean you now get your season tickets revoked?
Took them away. Yep.
So there you have it. And that was Mike on 97.1 A Ticket. And if you didn't understand what he was saying, if you sell more than 4 games, usually the season has 8 home games, and now every other year they alternate with 9 home games, right? So the Lions had 8 this year. They have 9 next year. So my thing is this. You heard him say for 4 tickets, he had been around his family. You're talking about generations, right? Now, if you don't know this, the Green Bay Packers, they have a 30-year waiting list. So you're literally talking about 2 generations of families that have to get tickets. That's how long you have to wait. So I would put in for my grandkids if I wanted them to have Green Bay season tickets. No, that's just an illustration. It's not, of course, right? No. But I'm just using them as an illustration because I don't know any other franchise in the NFL that has that type of waiting list. Now, the Detroit Lions have a waiting list. Last time I heard, it was 7,000 people on it, right? So you not only do you have they've been there 90 years. So it's been in his family for 90 years, and now his prices went up from basically $1,000 a seat to $11,000 for a season. And you heard what he said. He's going to pay it. I don't have that type of money. And earlier in the segment, Valencia was saying how sports has the middle class their ability to go to a sports function has been out of reach for 10 years. And that is a true statement. When you go to the game, you're going for the experience. And you pay for that experience. You pay for an astronomical amount for food and drink. But it's the experience you get. And it's capped off by a win or a loss, right? So I wanted to know what the experience was like in Arrowhead, so I went. I want to see my team win the division for the first time ever, and that's why I'm going to Minnesota. I've never been, right? But how are you feeling if you're a season ticket holder? And did the Detroit Lions get it right? This is what happens when you begin to win. And it's kind of sad because I've never been a season ticket holder, although that doesn't mean that I love the team less than you. It just means first I wasn't going to give them my money unless they gave me some wins. And now I don't have the money to be a season ticket holder, right? So I thought about this and I said, that's tough because all I've been hearing people complain about it for the past 2 days. So I'm thinking to myself, with this platform that I have, what could I do? Is it something that I could do? And we've been trying to kind of experimenting with some things. And I have an idea that I'm going to work on during the off season. And that is, if you want to go to the game and have that experience, that's going to be fantastic. I know I cannot afford to go there. So every so often I'll go to a game. To be honest with you, I'm probably going to go to more away games because it's where it's at. Being around your own fans is cool, but being in the enemy territory is priceless, man. Like there is no price you can put on that. Arrowhead, SoFi, in enemy territory. And now that we're taking over stadiums, it's fantastic. It might be cheaper for you to travel. And I hate to say this, I hate to be that guy, but it might be cheaper for you to travel to the opposition stadium than to go to 2 games at Ford Field. Okay. So I'm thinking about this. In the offseason, I might work on a situation, a function where every Sunday we meet at a place. And you could come. Maybe there'll be tickets. Maybe there won't. And we just go out, maybe have a local business that wants to, I can support them. They can support us. And we go every Sunday. And we have a watch party. You can get a similar experience for much cheaper. Not to say you don't want to go to the game, but you can't afford to go to the game. Right? You can, you hear all the time, the best seat in the stadium is in my house. Like I got the best seat in the house, which is my house. Right? And you can see it better. You can, you don't have to spend nearly that much money. Right? Now this trip to Minnesota is probably going to cost me $600-700 with the tickets, the travel. I'm driving. So that's gas, tolls, all that stuff, right? And I want to make a playoff run. I want to go to the playoffs. I've been literally saving up money to go to the playoffs. And right now I'm hearing that the cheapest ticket is like $400. Wow, right? But I want to be part of history. Now I can't say I can do this every year because, I might not be able to afford it. The more the Lions win, this is probably going to happen more often. And I know I don't have $11,000. I don't have that for 8 tickets, right? And it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So the average fan really can't go. And if you do go, you're going to wind up probably spending money you don't have. So let me know in the comment section, how are you feeling about the price hike? I think they did it a little too early, and Rod Wood didn't send a letter. Like, it's almost like they forgot what city we're in. The Motor City, blue collar. You think people like that got that type of money? You know what I'm saying? I mean, but again, you prioritize what you want. I know I cannot afford that. Even if I was a season ticket holder, I would have to cancel. And you heard what Mike said. If you sell more than 4 games, they're going to revoke your tickets. And how devastating would it be for him If this thing is 90 years, you heard him say that they kind of moved up because season ticket holders get priority in a lot of places. So they moved up. They get to the front row, probably at the 50-yard line, right in the middle, probably on the home side. And if he slips up or can't afford that, those tickets are gone. And 90 years, you're talking about 4 or 5 generations of family that this has been passed down in, and now it's all gone because they can't afford it. So it's tough. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the Lions made the right decision at the right time? And the thing is that this thing is going to keep rolling, whether you're here, whether I'm here. It doesn't matter. So this is the nasty, ugly side, man, of being a fan. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.